Today we will be solving some basic questions from Codechef, which is from beginner to starter level, and we are currently in Div 4. And as you can see, this is long challenge 2 for June 2022. Okay, so it starts on 24th and ends on 27th. I think we'll be able to solve these questions by today, but let's start. So we will dig into our first question. As you can see, I have solved the very first question. So, but still, uh, let's see. And as we walk our way to the second last questions, as you can see, the accuracy or the acceptance criteria is decreasing. So as we can see that the level of questions are being is rising, or it is being a little tricky, but still let's dig with the first question. Okay, so this is the question, its name is fit. uh, and there is a chef who wants to become fit, which he has decided to walk from office and return. Okay, it is known that the chef's office is X kilometer away from his home. Okay, and if his office open 5 days in a week, find the number of kilometers the chef travels through office trip in a week. Okay, so basically they're asking the total distance covered in a week, given that chef's home and office has a distance of X kilometer. So okay, so this is our chef, this is our office. Okay, and this is the distance between them. So if it is X on one day, he's traveling X and he's returning X. So on a single day, on total, he is traveling 2x, and we know that he travels 5 times a week. So he is traveling total 2x into 5, that is 10x, where x is the distance between the office and the home. So it is a basic question of multiplication, simple. And let's look at the test cases and input requirement. So first line will contain t, which is the number of test cases, and the second line will contain single integer line of single integer x. Okay, and the constants are 1, t should be within the range 1 to 10, and x should be also within the range of 1 to 10. Okay, cool. And if you look into the sample input here, the test case is the very first 4, and we have 4 test cases, and we have 4 sample outputs for these test cases. Okay, so I think this is no requirement to explain this one, because he travels 1 kilometer, returns 1 kilometer, so total 2 kilometers in a day. And if he goes to office 5 days a week, he will be traveling 10 kilometers. Okay, so let's start with our code. Okay, so as you can see, I have earlier submitted this question, so the code is still there, but let's start with here. So we will take the input. So this is for the test case. Okay, n is the test case, and within the test case we are having all the values. So for the number of test cases, say 4, we will take 4 inputs. If n is 5, we will take 5 inputs. So that's why we need a for loop. Okay, for I in the range n, now we will take an input x, which will be of type integer. Okay, and what we are simply doing, we are multiplying the value x with 10. So we can just print it. We can do it like 2 into x into 5. It will give the same value for your understanding, or you can just simply do 10 times x. Okay, so I think are we missing anything? No. Okay, let's print this one. Okay, so 1 times 10 is 10, 30, 70, 100. I think we are getting the desired output. You can go here and check from here also. So I think we are getting the same. Now we can submit the code. Okay, it is taking a little time. So since we are in beginner phase, the logics will be simple and we don't have to think about time and space complexity. But it will be better if you start from here and calculate your time and space complexity. Okay, so we have two test cases and we have passed both. So let's move to our next question. We have to go back. Yeah. Okay, so we have solved the very first one. Now we move to the complementary strands in your DNA. Okay.